Elincia's meeting with Valtome, the Crimean royal knights returned to the capital of Malibor, leaving the border villages between Crimea and Gallia completely undefended. The Begnion Central Army crosses the border once more, but Crimea makes no move to march against it. Valtome sees this inaction as a sign of Crimea's capitulation to Begnion's demands. The Begnion forces occupy the Crimean castles and forts on the border with Gallia and prepare to launch their attack. The Laguz Alliance finally makes its way back to Gallia, but word of Begnion's approach allows them no time for rest. The news that Gallia's ally Crimea has allowed Begnion to travel through its lands comes as a great blow to the Laguz Alliance.
Chapter 10, The Heart of Crimea. According to our scouts, the enemy is split into two forces. One is east of the Erz Mountains. The other is approaching from the north, by crossing through Crimea.
So, they plan on flanking Gallia from the north and east. If we don't stop them, this is gonna hurt.
Agreed. What is the Crimean army doing?
From what the scouts have said, nothing at all. I'm guessing they're waiting to see how everything pans out.
Crimea lets Begnion pass without a fight? What about their alliance with Gallia?
It's not that simple, Scrimmer. Begnion is Crimea's suzerain state. It's difficult for Crimea to refuse Begnion's demands.
A suzerain what? Someone explain to me what that means.
How can I explain? Alright, how's this? Begnion still holds political power over countries that want independence from them. Anything you want to add, Ike? Don't look at me. I've always thought the whole idea was ridiculous.
Never mind what it means. Has Crimea broken its treaty with us?
Not as such. I didn't say it was right. Just that it was complicated.
It's not complicated at all. Crimea has betrayed Gallia. We cannot let this pass. How dare! Control yourself, Scrimmer. You're acting like a fool. My apologies, Your Majesty. It is just... I doubt that Crimea has sided with Begnion. Queen Elincia is very clever, and I will not stop trusting her judgment just yet. Just as soon as I won't stop trusting this Let's Player to stop reading my lines incorrectly. She most likely allowed the Imperial Army to pass through her lands in order to avoid a slaughter. Who is this Bayard Queen who warrants us so much trust? Please, enlighten us. She is a delightful woman, both in manner and in reign. Her late father, King Ramon, and I forged an alliance between Bayard and Laguz. We sought to bring our peoples closer. She has taken her father's ideals as her own and strives to create a country where anyone, Bayard or Laguz, can live free and in peace.
How times have changed. I never could have dreamed of a time where such a Bayard ruler would exist. I must admit, I still have doubts. I don't blame you, my brother. Change has been slow, but the circle of acceptance in Telius has been widening. As you can see, both Leanne and I have many Bayard friends. Queen Elincia of Crimea is one of them.
Both the king and Grayson speak well of this woman. Is she truly so special?
She truly is. But right now, that's beside the point. The most important thing is, Elincia will never betray her allies in Gallia. I couldn't agree more. We can trust her.
Alright, let's assume for now that Crimea will not aid the Empire in any military fashion during this conflict. King, let's hear your thoughts.
Well, if Crimea won't make a move, then I see no reason to wait until the Empire reaches Gallia. I prefer to take an army up north and end this mess for good.
Very well. Ike, do the Grill mercenaries have anything to add?
I agree with Tabarn's idea. We should strike while their army is split in half. I'm pretty sure that General Zelgius will be there, though. We better be careful.
Very well. King, may I ask that your forces protect the eastern border? While they do that, I would like you to lead our strike force to the northern border. Take Ranulf with you as well.
Send me too, Your Majesty. Please, let me reclaim my honor. I beg you.
I second that, Your Majesty. Scrimmer is perfect for this mission.
Ranulf? Very well. Will you look after him, King?
Sure, I can handle him. He's easier to keep under control than you are, Lion King.
He's all yours then. Now then, everyone, prepare to leave before daybreak. We're all depending on you.
Okay, gotta shake off that rust. It's been a little while since I read that much dialogue.
Welcome back, you two. Githka, apologies for worrying you. You persevered through many difficult battles. We are glad to have you back in one piece. Each and every soldier in the army helped me. I couldn't do anything by myself. Alone, I was powerless. That's good. If that's what you learned from this campaign, then there wasn't a wasted effort for Gallia. Good work, Ranulph.
Thank you, sir.
Scribber, come here. I have something from the king. What is this? It's a Satori sign. It is said to bring out the hidden power of the Laguz. Amazing! Here, it's yours. Ranulph, you should take it.
What? Why? The king said it was for you.
Yes, but you've been looking out for me. It's a sign of my appreciation.
Scrimmer.
Very well. Ranulph, this is yours to keep.
Alright. Thank you, sir.
Scrimmer, you replied to this, thanks. Yes. You're welcome. I'm grateful for your continued support.
Of course, General. We're going to be seeing a lot more Satori signs going forward. So, confession time for just a second, guys. I want to be real with you. In Chapter 7, after the base conversation with Ranulph, Liar, and Kiza, I did take about a minute or two afterwards to talk about a few things, and frankly, I did a horrible job at it. Like, when I was reviewing the footage for my own sake, I was embarrassed at my choice of words in that, and I decided to cut that part of the video out. I don't normally do that for this kind of thing. I'm not trying to be, PC or an activist or any of that crap, but like, I'm just trying to be authentic with myself and you guys, everything like that. So, I would like to take a second to try this again. Much like what we saw in that conversation with Scrimmer growing and not being such a hothead over you get what I'm trying to say. He's starting to, take himself a bit more seriously and is more aware of his own morality, his fellow troops, and heck, even his retainers like Ranulph here. So, much like Ranulph's retainers, Kiza and Liar, they both tend to squabble a lot from time to time over his approval, his affection, stuff like that. I mentioned in Chapter 5, I made a remark about Kiza's stats being bad, and frankly, yes, they are bad. Like, 20 strength on a level 18 tiger speaks for itself. But when you take into account Kiza's written character, it actually makes a lot of sense. Because, unfortunately for this character, he was portrayed very differently, not just in the Japanese version, but across pretty much every iteration of this character that exists in media. I'm a little hazy on the details myself, but basically, in the Japanese version, Kiza was a stereotype of trans people. And there are still some remnants of this in the international version, in his support conversations, where he's a lot more expressive. I don't know the right word for it, I apologize, but I suggest doing the research, play the game for yourself, because it's pretty interesting. And you can see how in this game they updated him to be just this, stuffy, boring character on paper, but at the same time, I appreciate him for what he is, because, compared to other Laguz who are just, rough and rowdy and really, kind of nasty, he's actually, respectful of his peers, regardless of their race, stuff like that. And he's very by the book, much like myself. And it was definitely an interesting and pleasant surprise to learn that he was kind of queer-coded, and I would know queer. I'm asexual. Similarly, Heather is also implied to be queer-coded in this game, compared to the Japanese version, where it's outright stated that she joins the army of hopes of fighting other women, whereas in this game, it's in an international version and onwards, it's only implied, as opposed to being directly outright stated, which I just said, but So yeah, that's wanted to get all of that out of my chest. and make up for lost ground, so to say. So, thanks for putting up with that. Let's get on with the show. Put that away. I'm probably gonna sell it. There's a ton of all the grass available, and then, yeah, the Daemon card, which I went over already. Get this A rank. And I think that might be it. I think it's about time we allowed this to happen. Let's do a switcheroo here. Actually, that wouldn't really help him anyway, so let's take that off. Gotta level you up a little bit more for that, then. I'll give it to you. Oh, right, yeah. I knew that. Shade is a Bayark-only skill. Wait, what if I... Now there's a better idea. Yeah. I like this. Okay, items now. Yeah, I think we're good here.
Insects of Begnion, we'll show you the power of the beast tribe. Beork scum, for the raising of our homes, we'll make you wish you'd never been born. Filthy subhumans, this war ends now. Prepare yourselves.
The Beork army is approaching from the hill to the left. That flag, it's the Crimean army. Crimea intends to side with the Empire after all. Elincia? What are you doing? Finally, they see the light and are coming to fight with us. Excellent. Took them long enough. I suppose when you have the brain of a gnat, these things take time to sink in. I am Queen Elincia of Crimea. I have a message for the commanders of both armies. I am here to declare the will of Crimea and its people. Crimea has been ruled under the ideals of peace and equality since the reign of my father, King Ramon. As such, I cannot and will not allow you to spill blood upon our land. Therefore, I demand that both the Laguz Alliance and the Imperial Army leave Crimea at once.
Withdraw our troops? You foolish girl.
We will not be ordered about by the proclamations of a peasant like you. Puppet rulers such as yourself should stay inside their pretty castles and play dress-up. Begnion's patience is worn out. After we've finished slaughtering the subhumans, we're coming for you in Melior. Commander of the Laguz Alliance, how do you respond?
You have some serious guts, jumping into the middle of a battlefield all by yourself. But your high and mighty beliefs don't change the fact that Begnion must answer for its crimes. Step aside.
Very well. I've heard from both commanders. Then, this is Crimea's answer. We will not sway from our ideals. My countrymen stand united. We will not use force, but we are willing to do whatever it takes to end this here and now.
What? Have you lost your mind? Ike, I thought you were the craziest Beork I ever met, but you had some serious competition. Crimea's queen is one tough woman. Your Majesty, I like your style. Scrimmer, I can't let such a pretty woman down. Let's get out of here. Of course, the Beast Tribe will not use our claws against unarmed Beork. Soldiers, back to the forest.
Thank you, King Tavarn.
This is only temporary. The war between the Laguz Alliance and Begnion isn't finished yet.
Yes, I understand that. Even so, I want you all to know where Crimea stands in this.
Hey, you and I should get together and chat sometime. I'll be seeing you again soon.
General Zelgius, what are your orders? Should we launch an attack?
No, we will withdraw.
Are you certain, General?
Would you cast aside your weapon while surrounded by armed soldiers?
I don't know, sir. No, probably not.
Queen Elincia has done something that even I would be hard-pressed to do. For that, we must show our respect.
Stop this instant! Wait! Where do you think you're going? Attack those mangy beasts!
Please forgive my audacity. However, we are withdrawing. Every battle ebbs and flows. To go against these tides is unwise. Please understand, Senator.
You self-righteous fool. You'll understand something else once we're through with this battle.
I don't want to go back yet. Do we have time to talk to Elincia? It has been a long time since we last saw Queen Elincia. We should at least say hello.
Sure, sounds great to me.
Probably not much time for small talk, but we'll see.
Soldiers, kill the Queen of Crimea. That girl is a traitor to Begnion.
Whoa, this isn't good. The Imperial Army is on the move. They're after Queen Elincia.
So much for Imperial honor.
Grand mercenaries, looks like we have our old job back. Protect Queen Elincia.
I knew it.
Follow me, my knights. We shall protect Her Majesty.
Kill every living thing that stands in our way. Show them that I, no, the Senate, controls this pathetic land.
Of course, Senator Valtome, I'd be happy to kill the wench.
Okay, this chapter is pretty packed. We have enemies everywhere, mostly paladins, but there's a bit of variety here and there. Elincia brought her knights with her, and it's a good thing she did, because she's all by herself and unarmed. She'll immediately try to run back to safety, and you should be fine for the first turn. But you want to keep her alive, because if she goes down this chapter, it's a game over. If any of these other friendly soldiers go down, however, they simply retreat. You don't need to worry too much about them. And if they do not already have a weapon equipped prior to this chapter, they will come with one already. I think this formation's actually okay. One of these, yeah, there's a Purge Bishop right here. You want to keep an eye out for him. Not the best menuing in the world, but... Alright. My throat is a little bit tired from reading and talking, so I'll call the video here, and we'll get into this battle next time. See you in a few.